This cover only exists because of Bliss.
Yeah, but Marcus, I haven't put her on a cover since the 7th of September 2021.
That can't be true.
That can't be true. I just looked it up now. I just looked it up now.
So she's what, making a comeback due to low ratings? What is it, Legends Night here on the Untitled Manny and Marcus show?
Going for nostalgia.
And there's former Bullet Club member Liv Morgan.
What do you mean former Bullet Club? She's Bullet Club for life.
No.
Marcus, she was introduced by the original Bullet Club leader.
Yeah, his clout's no longer good there. His car is no longer good. I'm just saying.
And then
it's an invalid license to be Bullet Club, just like Jeff Hardy had an invalid license behind that.
And then she was also backed by the other Bullet Club leader, Styles.
Their Bullet Club leadership has expired. Okay, there's only one true king of the Bullet Club, and that is Jay White, who I believe is the next thumbnail, right? No, it's just alternate Bliss, huh? Just alternate Bliss.
Well, I do have this one.
Oh, Rhea goes hard in that way. That looked like I have to pay money to see this fight. Let's say if I was an outsider and I never watched wrestling in my life, and they told me these two women were going to fight, I am watching every single second of it.
Rhea looks like she's about to snap, like in a movie, like a movie villain snap.
Yeah, like she's about to jump out that chair. You're going to go, huh? She moved.
Yeah, so those are the thumbnails today.
What? I thought we would go the Jeff Hardy route, or even other news stories.
I mean, there are Jeff Hardy. I could do Jeff Hardy things, but they're all jokes.
Just like that
this
shirt.
Man is... We'll cover that when we return right after this. Screw the Jags.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Woo woo! No!
Levi's coming hot. Better Bullet Club member Cody Hall or Liv Morgan. I would even put that. Who's that other guy that's recently been put into Bullet Club? Is it Matt Taven?
No, Ace Austin.
Oh, they're all the same.
Okay.
I would say Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's probably got more followers than them.
Oh, come on. He does, but come on.
She wins in the clout game all day, every day.
But who she beat, Manny? Who has she beat?
She's got a win over Becky, I think, somewhere.
That don't count. I don't even know what it is. I'm sure her Riot Squad days don't count. Solo Liv is just like solo BTS. Ain't nothing good happening from that.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm, of course, Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus Magic, the grand finale. I'm training to be a magician, Manny, and you can't stop me. It's my dream, damn it. Here we go. I am gonna make my first act. I'm gonna make Jeff Hardy disappear. He's gone. He's gone. He's not on Dynamite this week.
You are mean, sir. You are mean.
No, I am not mean. I think the public is mean, and people are being harsh on Jeff Hardy. Yes, he has a sickness and a disease, and he could have killed somebody, and they should. He should have listened to WWE and tried to get the help he needs and all that. But I want to say this. The world should not be able to push out people's personal DUI videos. They should not be able to do that. I don't care what TMZ got. They should not be able to do that.
Yeah, they pointed guns at you.
Yeah, you're at your worst. You're at your worst. There's no way you can look good in any of these videos. You are at your 100% worst. Evidence show that when he was arrested, man, he was wearing a Jack shirt. It was like, no, Jesus.
Of all things. All things to get arrested in.
Yeah, and then they sobriety test him. The first question they ask him, are you a Jags fan? And Jeff answers yes, and immediately you goes, damn, he's really fucked up. No one answers yes.
So you mean to say if I ever get a sobriety test and they ask me if I really support the Jets, I'm done for.
Yeah, you gotta say no. Unless you're in New York, man, you have to say no. You see, you get pulled over by one of your police officers, and then they're just like, and I guess they draw sticks on you. I don't know what do you guys do, because you guys, their cops don't have guns. They draw sticks. And they're like, are you, and they point at you like Sting? I don't know how your cops operate without the guns.
It's pretty much the same, just without guns.
I just feel like they point the stick at you like Sting and a bat. Like, hey. We'll use this. But they ask you, hey, you a Jets fan? And if you be like, I am. Name us a quarterback, sir. Name us a quarterback. And you start naming off all the bad quarterbacks. Who's the current starting? I'm going to say Chad Pennington. Oh, he might be sober. He's not.
Leave him alone. He's sick. He's a sick man. Leave him alone.
This man is disturbed.
Let's cover the Jeff story. Jeff was arrested on Monday morning on multiple charges, including a DUI, driving with a suspended or revoked license, and violating restrictions placed on his license. The police report stated a Dodge Charger being driven by Jeff Hardy was going significantly under the speed limit, weaving across traffic lanes or travel lanes, and running off the shoulder of the roadway.
Jesus.
A breathalyzer test showed that the AEW talent was over 3 times the above legal limit in Florida. He has since posted bond.
Can I cut you off?
I'm finished. No, I'm finished.
Okay. I want to know that you're officially a wrestling company, and AEW is now established as a brand. Once they no longer say former WWE superstar.
No, that was written.
Well, now they say AEW. So the regular story would go former WWE superstar.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, AEW wrestler. Normally the AEW wrestlers, when they go to jail or if any other wrestler goes from any other promotion, former WWE wrestler or current WWE superstar or something like that. And you go like, WWE Hall of Famer. They never mention the other brand. And finally, I'm like, yes, someone mentions AEW. Not in like a negative route, I'm saying, but they acknowledge that is the number 2 promotion in America.
Yeah, and then so AEW have already taken action. They have pulled, they've pulled them out of the AEW World Tag Team Titles match with Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks on Wednesday on their Road Rager special of Dynamite.
Yeah, that's a terrible name for a show. If Jeff Hardy would have been on there, Road Rager.
That is true. And Warner Media have also reportedly been told by AEW to halt all promotion of Jeff Hardy.
So you think it's time for Tony to ghost Jeff Hardy as he ghosts many of his talents because he doesn't release them. He just sells them. He just doesn't call them anymore, and they just assume they don't have a job.
That or he tells him you've got to go get fucking help and keep Jeff away till he's, I don't know how long reasonable for someone to be sober.
Yeah,
before you really bring him back. I mean, it's all the things we said when he initially got released. Yeah, there was jokes involved and stuff like that in the beginning of that, but the guy clearly needed help, and he refused, which led to his initial WWE release Like they pitched all that stuff about the Hall of Fame and stuff afterwards because of like they realized the Hardy name and just keep him. But I think he really needed help. Like he got burnt. He was probably burnt out and he started feeling a bit like edgy and stuff like that, which led to him going out the ring and doing all that stuff before. But coming off Double or Nothing, he clearly had a concussion. And AEW's doctors and stuff like that should have done better and kept him away for a few. They should have gone straight into a concussion protocol like the NFL. And he'd have to pass some certain type of test before he could go back in the ring and stuff like that.
Yeah, my whole thing is I hope I'm not blaming AEW for everything going on, although they are culpable for blame. But I was saying on the show, they were running the Hardys pretty hard. They were running pretty hard. They were doing all these type of ladder matches, Extreme Rules matches, and then the Young Bucks and Hardy match, he had a concussion. And even in the video, the arrest video, he's going to go get a doctor's exam because he had a head injury. Because he tells that to the he's like, "Oh, I'm on my way to the doctor. I have a head injury."
Why can't his wife drive him or Matt or whatever?
No, he was clearly drunk, Manny. He was clearly drunk.
No, but like if you're drunk. I
don't think he had anything to do with the concussion at this moment or going to the doctor. But hopefully he didn't have a doctor's appointment, seeing if he was cleared for his concussion protocol before he had this ladder match, like 2 days from when he was going to get it. I just hope they're just taking care of people over there.
Levi said he can try and get him help. He's referring to TK. But this has been an issue everywhere. Yeah, I saw a joke post. But it's true. He's become the triple crown DUI person in Impact, WWE, and now AEW.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah, he needs to. It's like Miz being 2-time Grand Slam champion, but he needs to get help, and I think wrestling isn't the place for him, or right now, and he's ending up basically like Sonny, going to jail every so often, and I think him and hopefully the Usos, everybody involved in these DUIs, just stop. It's not worth it. Coming from experience, it's a stupid decision. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It almost makes me feel bad to put this up, but I am going to still do it, Marcus.
Oh, no, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. We're in summer mood. I was going to do some research on which brothers tag team had more DUIs, the Usos or the Hardys combined. I think the Hardys got them by like 1. But
I don't know.
How long they've been around.
I don't want to start researching stuff, but I wanted to make a league table of DUIs to see who had the most. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. In more positive news,
we got positive news. I just feel like everything's negative. Hey,
Big E has got rid of his neck brace. We don't know the condition of his neck. There hasn't been an update on that, but we know he's now no longer using the neck brace. So will he be returning to the ring anytime soon? Hopefully. Not having the neck brace is a good sign, but obviously he's still got to do a lot of tests and get back into ring shape and stuff like that before he can get cleared.
Considering he was saying he had setbacks and things aren't healing correctly, it's happy to see that the neck brace is off and that the quest for rehabilitation or healing up is on the way. I remember initially they said it was like a 6 to 8 week injury or something for his broken neck.
No, I think it was 2 to 4 months.
Yeah. Something like that. Somewhere around there. And it took some time. So hopefully Big E comes back sooner and we could save professional wrestling. I don't know what he's honestly gonna do when he comes back.
I think that there is severe lack of stars in WWE at the moment, with either people being on the shelf or just working later schedules. Yeah, they are in severe lack of stars at the moment, and it's showing, especially on SmackDown.
I think it just seems like in general, it's just like, damn, it's the backup team in right now. Because you got no Brock for, contractual reason. Roman's working a lighter schedule. Charlotte has no plan and direction after her honeymoon pretty much. I don't know when she's coming back. Sasha and Naomi walked out. Biggie injured. Cody injured. Drew stale. That's pretty much what that's at. And it just seems like they really Randy Orton out for whatever reason.
Yeah, but like I think he may be back soon, Randy.
Let's see. Hopefully, they get the help they need with Big E returning.
Yeah,
I don't even know what they can do about their thin roster right now. They release anybody that could potentially be a star.
Oh, and Two Dimes got released over the weekend.
Oh yeah, the trash one, basically over policy issues, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
I think he was taking something that he shouldn't have been.
Oh, do you believe it's something that has something to do with knives and powder?
That or something performance enhancing.
I doubt if it was performance enhancing. Man, did you see his performance? Is that if he was using performance enhancing? His talents are terrible. It's worse than expected.
The interesting thing. Yeah, the interesting thing is that he could come back in a year, which makes me sound like he was probably taking some substance, and they just want it completely out of the system before any other nonsense happens or media gets hold of it.
Yeah. Oh man, this week in wrestling is just terrible. Just terrible.
Let's move into Monday Night Raw, which was just as bad. And you can't tell me that wasn't a smooth segue.
That was smooth. It was like you planned that from a week ago, but no, Raw was that bad that it was easy.
So Raw kicked off with Miz TV with Paul Heyman. Miz talks about cashing in and claiming the winner will cash in on Roman Reigns, and cashing in has an 85% chance success rate. Heyman states the percentage goes down significantly when you attempt to cash in on Roman Reigns.
It's a zero.
Paul Heyman has talked to WWE management and added an additional stipulation to the SmackDown title match between Riddle and Roman Reigns. If Riddle loses on Friday, he will not only be banished from SmackDown, and that he will now, as long as Roman Reigns is champion, will never get another chance at the title.
Dun, 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 bro. Betty, all I had to say when I said this, I said a hot take on Saturday that like 2 people watched anyway, but I'm going to repeat it here. Hot take, Riddle is winning the belt this Friday on SmackDown in Minnesota. He's winning it.
No. What I see happening is Roman's going to get himself disqualified and Riddle wins. So technically, Riddle has won. So therefore, he can get another shot at Roman Reigns. It books itself. Tell me that's not WWE. I've watched WWE for a number of years. That is something WWE would do.
It is. The Usos coming in, making the save or something like that. But I don't see it happening here because there is no purpose on continuing the Riddle-Roman feud if you're going to go into SummerSlam with Roman versus Randy or Roman versus whoever at SummerSlam.
Because I think something may be in the works after this, because I'm going to jump ahead a little. Riddle versus Ciampa. The match was okay. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Ciampa, because this was just an enhancement match for Riddle.
Is he secretly aligning himself with The Miz?
No, because this is the thing. Because I
think he attacked Riddle to protect Miz last week.
Yeah, but Miz did nothing on commentary. Miz did actually nothing. He didn't interfere. He did nothing, which makes me think the program coming after this will be Riddle versus The Miz.
Really?
Because it just doesn't. It didn't seem any. I don't understand why there was no reason for why The Miz was out there. Other than he insulted his balls last week. His big, magnificent balls.
So these 3 were all part of a segment last week. And I feel like they could enter the program with The Miz. Maybe be The Miz costing Riddle on Friday the title.
Possibly.
And then, and he can go into that feud. And then Ciampa being The Miz's henchman?
Possibly. But Do you want Ciampa
at one
to be in
point,
that
Ciampa?
role?
I don't know. Ciampa claimed to be the greatest sports entertainer of all time, but now Jericho's kind of doing that gimmick. But The Miz is the ultimate sports entertainer. The ultimate sports entertainer. So
I'm gonna get back to some of the chat after we finish Raw, because a lot of it is about NXT. So the first match of the night was Montez Ford versus Jimmy Uso in a great match to kick off Raw.
I will call it great. It was good, not great.
So I watched this at normal speed today. I thought Raw was going great. Yeah, Raw was going great. I saw MITB, a relatively okay segment for. Then I got Montez Ford versus Jimmy Uso, a relatively good match. It's like this Raw's starting to be good. Then we moved. Before we continue moving on, what did you think of the match?
I thought it was a good match, and it looked like I was sampling the Montez solo run.
Yeah.
In which him and Dawkins weren't matching for the first time ever. And I was going like, gas, he's wearing green and gold. Dawkins is wearing the Cleveland Cavaliers outfit. They are completely not connecting right now. This is a solo run. And plus, he was dressed as the Green Ranger. I'm going to give Montez 2 points for that. And the solo run is happening after Money in the Bank, where he turns on Dawkins' ass. Finally, it's happening.
Shout out to the Green Ranger, the best Ranger of all time.
The greatest of all time. The greatest. The greatest.
Some may say the White Ranger, but no. The man played a flute.
And I think this is the perfect time to turn Montez Ford with the lack of stars right now. If you're going to do it, if you're going to do it, this is the time, because you need a new star, whether solo or whether heel or face. He will be an attraction to watch because of his athleticism, his ridiculous personality, where he's just shouting random things and I guess thrusting on the top turnbuckle or whatever he's doing. Look forward to it.
And then we get Seth Rollins, which was a great promo. He said last week what he said to Cody last week, he meant as it was from the heart. But Cody is a virus, and sometimes in life you've got to make tough decisions. And when nobody is on your side, you have to take matters into your own hands, which is what he did. Seth,
I love the way he was massaging that the sledgehammer. It made me feel a little uncomfortable at times. The way he was just like stroking on it, rubbing it back and forth, looking at it. I was like, this is very uncomfortable feeling.
Then Seth said, WWE is adapt or perish. He takes pride in what he accomplished last week. The American nightmare is over, and Monday Night Rollins is back. And he's now setting his sights on topping his Money in the Bank cash-in from WrestleMania 31. And then AJ comes into frame and sucker punches Seth and says this is for Cody.
For Cody. May you rest in peace. Oh, I enjoyed this segment. I think Rollins is amazing in his role right now. I'm going to say this. The Rollins family, him and Becky, are both amazing at their character work. Because they just both look unhinged and unhealthy at what they're doing. At one point, you see like a disconnect of how are they a couple. Now it goes, this is a couple right here. They are 100% just two people who are completely unhinged.
If there was ever a reason to get rid of the 24/7 title, it was because of this. Dana Brooke versus Becky Lynch. Becky just beat up Dana Brooke and then revealed that this was never for the title. Instead, she had a lot of anger that she needed to get out of her system due to the disrespects and points at the Money in the Bank. Which brings out Asuka, and they brawl with Becky escaping, which was the most funniest thing.
Yeah.
Because the 24/7 was like, this is an afterthought. This is an afterthought. We don't care about this. I don't care. I, the top of the company, do not care about this stupid title. I just want to destroy you because I'm angry.
Yes, I just want to destroy you. Which I thought was necessary because when she was attacking Dana Brooks, I was like, Becky don't care about this title. If she wins it, she wins it. And then she's destroying her. And then she gets on the mic and says, that's a stupid title. It's never been about the title. I believed every word that she said. That it was about, I just wanted to put hands on people. I'm angry. I'm raging. Yeah. I just want to get. And then her rage led to her fighting Asuka, but Asuka giving her the business. Like she got beat up. when she actually fought a real opponent. I'm loving this Becky. I don't care what anybody says. I love that she's just so unstable and doesn't know how to react.
But then it continues because Alexa Bliss then comes out for a match, and then Becky's still there.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the Becky thing. To be honest, it's when she's yelling at Bliss, try to win it. You're gonna try to win it. You're not gonna win. You're failing. You're gonna fail. Like she's yelling all this shit at Bliss, and Bliss continues to walk by, and I'm like, why? Yeah, good luck. Good luck in trying to qualify. You're not gonna win it. It's mine. It's mine to win.
It's basically, do you know when you're walking down the street and you see like a hobo or someone clearly fucked up on drugs, yelling at themselves in the mirror, at the reflection in the mirror or something, and then they lock eyes with you.
Yeah.
And then now you're their center of attention. This was what that was.
Yeah.
Because if you really look at that, Bliss is doing that awkward smile. And, okay. Bye.
Yeah. Oh. With that being said, next week Asuka versus Becky for the Money in the Bank spot. Who gets it?
I would like to see Becky, and then Becky carrying it for a while, because then you can see her character get more demonic and more crazy.
Yeah.
The more she holds it, like she could really go down a Gollum route.
Yeah, I would love to honestly get a Gollum promo with Becky Lynch, where they cut away to different sides with different angles. She has hobbits and all that, you know. She goes full like that.
Marie says, "I like how Bliss almost sort of broke character when Becky was talking." Yeah, but how would you not? Like when you see that, I would start laughing if she did that to me.
It was so funny. I don't understand it because you can tell it was Becky, whatever, just off script, just going to yell stuff, and she yelled random things at Bliss, and it was hilarious to me. I don't know why.
But unfortunately, the following match was garbage. It was Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss versus Bullet Club's own Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop and Nikki Ash. The winners qualified for Money in the Bank. The match was very dull. Everyone in this match needed something because they're just in the mid card floating around for doing nothing.
Yeah, everybody's just spinning
apart
around.
from Liv because she's now a new member of the Bullet Club. I'm doing this primarily because I know it's going to upset the feelings of the biggest Bullet Club supporter I know, Jamal, the professor.
He's looking at this going like, she's not Bullet Club, damn it. I did enjoy the spot with Doudrop. I think jumped on Bliss and looked like she killed her. I was like, oh, that's it. That's it. Bliss,
I feel like Doudrop is a safer Nia Jax.
Yeah, it was a real upgrade. They were like, woo, we don't have Nia no more, but Doudrop.
Because when she did that, you saw the safetiness of it. Like most of the weight was like where she landed, not on Bliss.
Yeah.
If that was Nia, all
like
of that ass would have landed on Bliss and all that way and crushed her.
Her soul would have jumped out for a second. Whoo! I do miss that about Nia, the danger in those matches. I miss it. I missed it. I'm not as harsh on this match as you were. It was bad, but it wasn't horrible.
Yeah, but more horrible things coming up after this. We get a decent match between Kevin Owens and Ezekiel.
I'm going to pause right here. The show was good. Oh, go ahead.
No, carry on. I'll say it.
I was going to say, I know we're shitting all over the show, but I'm going to say the show was good for about an hour and a half. Then,
yeah, there was a tipping point.
Somewhere it fell off the rails. Like, oh no! We reached our quota of how good the show can be.
So it was it started to teeter after this match. So Kevin Owens loses by count now. The match was okay. The notable thing, and I remember Ross saying it last week about the Death Valley driver and who still uses it. Kevin Owens took a dirty Death Valley driver onto the steel steps going into commercial
that
break.
looked like that. I called it the FU of FUs because that looked like that shit hurt, and it was like, oh no, right, he hit the sharpest part. I felt like on the stairs. I was like, why are you doing this, Kevin? Why?
So
what a spot.
El Luchador mentioned last week Wardlow. Me and El Luchador made the comparison about Wardlow and Kevin Owens possibly having the best Swanton bomb in the game. I think Kevin has it. That one, this one, perfect.
That was beautiful. It was perfect. It flashed on him. It's a good argument. It's a good argument. I would give.
At one point, he was like this. At one point, he was completely straight.
Yeah. All right. I think we need to keep a tally of the Swanton Wars. So far, Kevin, 1 point for Kevin and Gryffindor. Let's see who has the next Swanton we see.
So Zeke wants to compete in Money in the Bank and says Elias will be coming back to Raw next week, which we both seem to think is Sandow.
I hope so. Although,
so if this was
NWA, he said he's going to Brazil with May Valentine, but I doubt it.
Another one of Jamal's favorites, which I learned editing the best of show. So if this was Raw, it was going like this now, and then MVP versus Cedric happened, and then it was about to fall off the mountain.
So I feel like there was something missing in this.
It was the follow-up.
MVP.
It was the follow-up
Yes.
with the Dirty Dog last week. Where was that?
Yeah, and so as Cedric is coming out to the ring and P is talking all his stuff and they're having this match, I was like, the Dirty Dogs are going to get involved and cost. I was going to call Master P, MVP, the match, and then Cedric can find his home with the Dirty Dogs and he can be a member of the Dirty Dogs. Makes sense. Why not? No, did not happen. MVP wins. Nothing really of any sort happened. Yeah. It was like a 2-minute match, and it was like, oh, okay, I guess. Why did we even go through that?
And then the thing that saved the second hour was AJ Styles versus Seth freaking Rollins or Franklin. Someone really needs to learn it.
It was in some card, right? Somebody put that in one of the cards. Seth Franklin Rollins.
And they spelled Asuka wrong as well.
Yeah.
It's like Asuka or something like that.
I can imagine someone honestly just having a first day on the job, not really caring. Like, fuck this. I can't believe they hired me. What's his name? Seth Franklin? Franklin. I'm thinking of turtle whenever I say Franklin. Hey, it's Franklin. I hate that fucking turtle. I hate that turtle so much. It's poorly drawn.
And then the match was the best match on Raw. Easily.
Yeah. I know you said great match from Jay and Montez or Jimmy and Montez, but this was head over fist best match of the night. Competitive all the way through, which I expected more shenanigans to happen, but nothing really happened. Just AJ just lost.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be a dirty finish, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Nope. Nice clean finish. Seth is in.
The
better story.
Have these guys worked a program together in WWE?
They probably have. They probably have. They may not. I don't know.
I don't remember it. But I would love to see a program with these guys with a meaningful story going behind it, which most Seth programs seem to have. Then we get Riddle versus Ciampa, which we've mentioned already. Judgment Day. So Bianca Belair cuts the Bianca face promo that she always cuts. Not just a basic Bianca face promo.
And then Rhea starts talking her talk.
Well, given Balor is now the leader from the match, you would have thought he would have.
There are no leaders.
You would have thought he would have said something more meaningful and substance, other than "We do what we want when we want."
We do what we want, fella. But no, there are no leaders. And Rhea took the the one thing we know about this new version of Judgment Day, which is just minus Edge, is that there are no leaders, and that Damian Priest is definitely not the leader.
So Rhea gave a decent promo for her part, claiming Bianca is trying to convince herself she is the EST. But she doesn't tell people she is intimidating. She just is.
Yeah.
Rhea gives off that energy that she'll rip your dick off and throw it away.
Yeah. And then find it later and light it on fire. Like, I don't even understand why that was a thing. I don't even care about it anymore. I'm never gonna be able to use it again. You lit my dick on fire after you shit ripped it off. You bitch, you bitch. That's all I can say.
I can't tell if a luchador because suffered an injury to the head, but he's got Roman Reigns, the Huso.
I feel like El Luchador is auditioning to go to knockoff brands. He's going to knockoff school right now. I'm like, yeah, I have a wrestling promotion. It has Roman Reigns and the Osos and Riddle. Dale.
Unless he's trying to be Pat McAfee, who calls it SmackDown.
Come to SmackDown. By the way, the Ciampa Riddle matches will be underappreciated. There's some really good spots and reversals in there, and I enjoyed that match.
I thought the Mustafa Ali versus Chad Gable was an okay match for what it was.
Yeah, it just reminds me of the days of 205 Live. Even though Chad Gable, I think, only appeared on there once, but good times. Good times. This was a solid match, too. There's a lot of solid matches, just a lot of nothing going on, though.
Yeah. I really want to know. I really want to know what they brought Mustafa Ali back for, because this wasn't a squash because, like, Otis got involved. But, like, what are they doing with Ali?
I think legal purposes, he's back. So his contract can end and he doesn't have to work the dates. I think that's why he's back, and it's just going to be over anyway. Put him in Judgment Day. Give us some youth in that group.
Why not?
It'd be a good fit.
Rey Mysterio takes on Veer Mahan. Veer Mahan booted the shit out of Dominic.
Yeah. Dominic had that shit coming, though. He goes, come up behind me. I told your ass, Dominic. I'll put you in the hospital. But that was a great boot. And I'm behind the Veer. I look forward to Veer matches every single week or segments because I have to know what he's going to say next. And shout out to Veer for being nice to that kid or something that no one showed up to his birthday party for whatever reason. What? Kid could be an asshole. Yeah, Veer did some nice work. So a parent posted a kid in some grade, and none of his classmates showed up to his birthday party. She don't know why. He was there by himself. And the Veer commented and said, they're pieces of shit anyway, or something like that. I support your birthday. Or something like that. This is all paraphrasing, but the Veer did nice things.
So we get the pose down as the main event. I don't understand what the purpose of this was. It was stupid the whole way through.
Well, Manny, you don't understand. I appreciate a good dumbass wrestling segment like this. These are these dumbass wrestling segments that happen. I just don't want it at the end of the show for whatever reason. This is how Raw ended. Baby oil being squirted in his eye. Holy backfire, Batman. I don't understand. I understood why they did this, and I'm going to break it down, and it's a business reason. But I wish someone would have went through a table or got hit with a chair or something, some form of violence, not baby oil to the eye. I need to walk to the back, something to my eye. I can't get like I thought Bobby was gonna come back and get revenge, but he didn't. He didn't come back at all. And the reason this segment happened, Manny, is because they knew they were going against the NBA Finals, against the Golden State Warriors and Boston Celtics. They knew they were going against them in the fourth quarter at this final segment. So they were like, let's not put anything on in this segment because no one's watching anyway. And plus, Bobby's our number one face default. So we had to do it.
El Lucho said, Veer's being nice to kids while kicking the shit out of Ray's kids. That's a grown-ass kid.
That's a grown-ass man. That's a grown-ass man.
Yeah, so that was Raw. Raw was all right.
Mid. It was a mid show. It was a terrible show, but it was a good show at the same time. I don't know. Nothing happened of any importance. Like the stories or whatever, it's not moving along this week. I think we're just on the train until we get to John Cena Monday.
Well, Luchador said this is a downgrade feud for Bobby. This is just to hold over Theory till John Cena returns in a couple of weeks.
It's give them both of them something to do until they both move on to something else. But I'm okay because this does elevate Theory, at least. It does elevate him. Like just being in the ring with Bobby and teasing Bobby and going at him. This is a good feud for Theory, who's had, I don't think, a single meaningful feud in this brand since it's come up. So, or with any top star.
When you look at this guy, do you think he's the guy?
Theory? I think he's on his way to being a good heel. Do I think he's the guy I could build my entire franchise around? I do not think so.
Yeah, I don't think he's even close to a Cena, Roman. Who else is Frank? Hogan.
No, I don't think he's an A+ guy, but I think he's one of those guys. I can see him being like a Miz, just being in the company a long time, being a constant heel.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was Raw. I mean, me and Marcus thought about how we could possibly end the show today a lot quicker than normal by trying to cut out nonsense. But I don't have any nonsense to speak about today, other than go watch Hustle on Netflix. It's a really good movie.
I'd rather watch Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect, the John Cena sequel to Hustle. No, I really don't have any nonsense either. You know. Yeah. Damn, that's really weird. It's weird. We have no nonsense. Even though we were talking about we're gonna have a whole conversation about bubblegum, we didn't have it. But
we'll save that for a rainy day.
Yeah. Don't forget to tune in to ETE tomorrow to find out about everything else going on in the world, about the new NWA champion, Trevor Murdoch, who's a 2-time champion. As he battled Manny's favorite wrestler, Nick Aldis, Camille retaining. And we also have Jay White saying he created AEW after winning the IWGP title against Okada.
So, I don't think I'm going to be able to speak about this tomorrow, but Jamal posted the promo, and then all I heard whenever Jay White speaks is, "I'm a hip hop-opotamus, my lyrics are bottomless." and I'm waiting for there to be a member of the Bullet Club called Jermaine, and it's over. It's Flight of the Conchords, no longer the Bullet Club.
I don't think we've ever had a wrestler named Jermaine get over. I don't think there's ever been a wrestler.
Has there ever been a wrestler called Jermaine?
Anybody out there in the Lumber Chat can help us with Jermaine?
No, do you know what? If I'm not in the chat tomorrow, whoever's in the chat tomorrow, Levi or Luchador, make sure you ask the professor of wrestling, has there ever been a Jermaine in wrestling? And I will not accept if we are not allowing anyone in indie wrestling. It has to be major players. Can't be Jermaine who played a a surgeon. A surgeon gimmick down in
Manny, you also earlier you said you were going to go to the chat about some chatter. I wasn't paying attention because obviously I don't look at the chat a lot of times. I don't know if there was anything you want to respond on before we wrap things up here.
When we were talking about stars, WWE currently not having any stars at the moment on the roster because everyone's either injured or wrestling a different schedule or on holiday. Do you think bringing up Bron Breakker would help? He does. I don't think he's ready.
No. Yeah, I think it's too soon to bring him up. I don't think he has enough character and personality to be brought up. He'll just end up just being there and then turn eventually to Ryback and then getting a podcast and then talking shit.
Eric said, I don't want him to rush Bron. I think I need him to stay in NXT for a while because he is bland. I don't want him to be called up too soon like Apollo.
Apollo!
Eric, he's been wasted in NXT. He's ready now. He can learn working with Roman and Uso. Get out of here working with Uso.
There. Yeah, get out. He ain't going that high. He ain't going that high that fast.
Braun has a look, but he doesn't have a personality to be on Raw or SmackDown. True.
Mm-hmm.
True, he's lacking something. Even in a very character-driven feud against Gacy, he was lacking something there.
Yeah, Gacy was attacking somebody's character who doesn't have a character. That's pretty much what was going on there.
And then Levi coming in with hot fire. Apollo wasn't going to do anything anyway. He had two qualities. Vince doesn't like. He's short and black. I mean, Kofi's done well.
But he does like his muscles. I can see Vince going like, "Oh, look at that man. That's a man right there." He's big. That's what I always wanted Ahmed Johnson to be right there.
Breaker needs to drop that stupid name and bring in his Uncle Scott to manage him. This is where I think I don't think that's a good thing. I think let him build his own path and not be a Steiner, because I think this only works for Cody. Really, it only works for Cody. But like I can see every time someone mentions Cody now, you hear a story or you get a Dusty chant, which I feel like you don't necessarily want all the time, because really you're not over, your dad is at that point.
Yeah, but the thing is with Cody, the difference is in that situation is that Dusty was the draw back in the day. He was the draw. These Steiners, as great as you may like them, never were the draw of any company. They were never the main people ever. They were good side characters, but it's never the Steiner era in the business, and they're not as over as Dusty. Dusty has a legacy that I guess people to this day will, still talk about. It's kind of like in those Ric Flairs and Harley Races and stuff like that. But
do you think if he was Braun Steiner, his career would be similar to Natty?
He's already kind of a Natty clone already. Nice.
Yeah, no, really, because it's like she hypes up her uncle more than her own father. Have you noticed that? They rarely ever bring up the Anvil. They always talk about her Bret Hart being her uncle. So like, if you called him Braun Steiner, that's all. I think all you're going to get is the comparisons to his dad and stuff like that, which I don't think he needs.
Yeah, he already sounds like him and looks like both his uncle and brother. So it's just going to be too much. I'm okay if I don't know. I just hope he develops something. He's missing something. There's a missing piece. There's only a few people who have overcast their fathers, and that's Randy Orton, who dad was kind of a mid-card goon. And now, and Randy Orton's like this mega star. So I don't know.
Well, The Rock also, as a third-generation superstar, overshadowed both his grandfather and his father.
Yeah. And even whoever he leaves behind, and his daughter, whose name changed. I'm curious what happens here. Now she got a name. Now she has a name. Is she about to debut?
She's got a name change. She may, but I don't see many things coming out of her. I think there's going to be a problem with longevity there, because I think she's had 3 knee surgeries already.
Yeah. Also, as they brought up in the chat, Dominic is just that's what kind of you would have got. You would have got Dominic if he comes up with Scott. And
every Hart kid overshadowed. Not Teddy Hart.
Oh yeah, only Bret Owen. Teddy Hart didn't.
Teddy Hart brought shame to the Hart name.
Teddy Hart is in that same lane as Jeff Hardy and the Usos and DUIs and arrests and Sonny and stuff. He's in that category.
A luchador asks, is she Ray's kid and not The Rock's? Probably. Those knees are bad.
She's going to come on looking like Jackson FTR.
She's been hanging out with Tegan Knox for too long. The girl with the allergic knees.
Who hasn't popped up anywhere.
Yeah, I think she's probably just taking a break. But yeah, that's been the show. Yeah, that's been the show. Watch ETE tomorrow. Watch the Best Of show again tonight. Just do it.
Do it again.
do it again and like the video if you haven't already. We'll be back. Marcus is back tomorrow. I'm back on Thursday. Roy's Retro's on Friday. The hot Roy's Retro, and then we're all back on Saturday. So there is all your shows. Enjoy. We are out. Peace.
Boom.